Well, there we are. Hello, and welcome to this week's Profit Maximizer Moment. The show is dedicated to helping business owners dramatically increase their profits with our weekly profit maximizing tips that you can use now. I'm your coach and host, Dwayne Belisle. I'm also the founder of a local CPA firm that works with business owners to help them make more money and keep more of it from the IRS. I do this with our profit coaching programs, which we're getting ready to announce. So pay attention. And with our tax planning systems, which have saved our clients over $6.8 million over the last 5 years, all legally, I love my clients, but I don't want to share a jail cell with them. Today's video, we're going to talk about why discounting is always the wrong move. By the way, I covered that rather exclusively in my book, The 90-Day Profit Reset, which, look, I'm just about giving this thing away. And it's got, if you were to hire a coach to help you with what's in this book, thousands of dollars. Easy. Just the appendixes by themselves. If you don't find one thing in there that doesn't help you, um, tell me. I'll give you your money back and let you keep the book. Because I don't believe it'll ever happen. But if it does, it does. Look, every business owner has been faced with a customer carrying a competitor's ad or invoice or just saying, can't you do better? Um, you know, Trying to get a lower price. Your immediate reaction almost all the time, every business owner, heck, me too, is to match the price. When you're trying to increase your gross profit, which is what we're trying to do, is increase the bottom line. That's the whole reason for being in business. Sorry about that. The fastest route to putting more money in your bank account, the fastest route to putting more cash in your bank account is not price matching. Price matching is a profit killing error. Okay. I've literally put together an Excel spreadsheet and it's in the book, a chart that's in there. Determine how big a mistake you would be making if you're price matching. You see, you use it to determine how much of your sales must increase just to achieve the same level of profit without the discount. You do this by locating your profit margin across the top. So in the book, it looks like this. I don't know if you can see it there. All right. So be best if you got the book. But basically, what it comes down to in my illustration, let's say your gross profit is 40%. For example, what I mean by that is sales price $1, cost of the material and labor and everything that goes into it 60 cents. You make 40 cents. All right. If I discount by 10%, how much do I need to increase my customers to get? How many more customers do I need to get to match the gross profit I would have if I didn't discount? A surprising 33%. All right. And this assumes that the 30% increase in sales of this product won't result in any increases in operating expense. I mean, you're increasing your sales by a third to get to the same gross profit. Do you need more people? Do you need more supplies? Do you need a bigger location? Truthfully, they're all rather unlikely that you wouldn't need something. A better approach is to follow Dan Kennedy's advice. Dan Kennedy, if you don't know him, you need to look him up. Definitely a business guru. See what your competitors are doing and do the opposite. Raise prices instead. Each time I say this to my clients, and even when I said it to myself, I hear some variation of the following, even if it's in my head. I can't do that. I'll lose my shirt. Like I said, I've been guilty of it and still sometimes am guilty of this thinking. Will you lose customers if you raise prices? Of course you will lose customers. Will it hurt you? Well, I have a second table in the book, all right, which says how many customers do I need to lose before I actually lose money? Okay. And again, it's here. And unless that's hard to see and I just flashed it, but I'm going to assume the same 40% margin. Across the top, I have 20%. I have your present margin 20 from 20 to 55%. I'm using 40 because why not? If I increased my price by 10%, I could lose 20% of my customers. 1 out of 5. Okay. 1 out of 5 would disappear. You would literally lose 1 out of every 5 customers and still make the same profit you're making now. In fact, I would argue you're making more. All right. Knowing this will still be a problem for you if a business owner thinks price is the only factor influencing a purchaser's decision. Wow, that was hard to say. I don't know. I'm having trouble today. Look, if you think price is the only reason people buy, then you're going to reject what I just said. All right. This means that they also reject the concept of value selling. The standard response is that may work for some businesses, but it sure won't work for me. If that's your first response, seriously, if that's your first response, you're not thinking out of the box. You're not thinking like a business owner. You're thinking like a simple salesperson or an order taker. In my experience, there's no business that doesn't have some way of commanding a premium price on its products or services. They do this by marketing their products and services in such a way that the customer perceives an added value over the lower cost items covered by the offered by the competition. Think about what I just said there. The customer perceives a higher value. In truth, there should be a higher value. And you're doing something above and beyond the low price. Of course, there's a catch, always is. You must do the hard work of determining what this added value is and then communicating it to your customer in every single time you communicate to the customer. All right. Um, there's a lot more to do with this, but let's continue. If all your marketing and advertising is based on price, you should be very afraid. You only have a business until a competitor comes along who's willing to sell to your customers at a lower price. Simple as that. And it's been happening for the last 20 years, online sales. The only way to get out of this pricing trap is to focus your marketing and advertising on other features and benefits. Well, such as, I can hear you asking, and most of my clients do. That will be different, truthfully, for every business, but some common ones are better quality, better service, longer warranties, a better warranty, a more comprehensive warranty, more convenient location, 24-hour access. You may already offer all or some of these, but if you don't focus your advertising and marketing on it, how will the prospects know? Now, that's not necessarily, that's not an all-inclusive list. Better service, local. If you have a problem, we'll fix it. You don't have to worry about calling some 1-800 number and getting somebody in India, the Philippines, or South America, or God knows where, who doesn't care. They're paid to get rid of you. All right. Your job as a business owner, and remember, every business owner is a marketer. So your job as a marketer is to design and market your products and services with a high perceived value and then deliver them with service that wows the customer. Price is only important if all other things are equal. Okay. Yes, there are customers who care only about price. Let your competitors compete with Amazon, Walmart, Sam's Club, Costco, and an ever-growing list of internet sites for those prices, everything customers. If you want to grow a profitable business, you must build your business on those customers who are willing and able to pay for value. The key is to first value, then educate your customers so that they're aware of this higher value. Sorry, can't even read today. I wasn't even trying to think. The key is to first create value and then educate your customers so that they are aware of this higher value and that they will be receiving by buying from you rather than going to the low cost alternative. So, first thing we learned today, don't discount. Don't get into a price war. All right. Remember what I said, at a 40% margin, you can literally lose. If you discount 10%, you have to increase sales by 33%. If you increase by 20%, you have to increase sales by 100% to make the same amount. All right. Don't be afraid to raise prices. A 10% increase, you would have to lose 20% of your customers to disappear, to not break even. If you increase your prices by 20%, you could lose a third of your customers. And honestly, you're going to lose the headache customers. Those are the ones that, let's be honest, your best customers are willing to pay the full price and they don't hassle you as much as somebody who's nickel and diming you. So why are we messing around with them? Almost threw the wrong word out there. Hey, until next time, this is Wayne Blau. Next week, before we get going, I'm going to talk about raising prices correctly and how to do it. This is going to be kind of a long one, but it's an important one. Yeah, and I was just looking. I don't think I have. Okay, so that'll be important. We'll have to work on that. Hey, until next week, this is Wayne Blau saying, let's make this our most profitable year ever. God bless, and see you at church. Have a great week. Have a great weekend. Thank you.